Hi everybody, we're back for another episode, and what I would like to get into is Mistcraft. So for Mistcraft we need a whole lot of different things. Now the thing with Mistcraft is that we would make books and we'd need ink and all of that stuff. Now it's quite difficult to get hold of cows, so for leather we can always cook rotten meat, and that in a redstone furnace will give us leather, which is quite good, and then we can get around other problems, like when we want to make paper we can use wood chips. So we can actually use some of the Mine Factory Reloaded mods to solve all of those problems. However, when it comes to ink, we have a real problem, because when flying around the island world, we just don't have we just don't run into any squids. So it's really difficult because there's no large water bodies where you can find squid, and that would be our primary source of ink. Because if you look at this, you'll see that we need to make ink vials for Mistcraft. We need to get ink sacs from squid. Now it's just hard to find that. So what I did, and I'll just change into a bat to show you. I decided that I should come up with some sort of a solution. So I did a bit of a hunt around the internet, and I thought, well, I'll make a kind of a tank with water, and I'm hoping that squid will actually spawn in this tank. There isn't much water anywhere else. There was a little bit of water here, and I basically removed all the water that was down here, and there isn't any water anywhere else. So you'd think if you fly around the place and you come back, you fly out and you come back again, at some point in time squid has to spawn in this tank. But for the last half an hour nothing has happened, so I don't know. I'll give it more time, and I hope if I keep going and I allow for more time, that eventually squid will spawn in here. Now if squid spawns in here, I'm not planning to just kill the squid for ink sacs. There is something I can use with Mine Factory Reloaded. And I'll just find this quickly. I think it's a rancher. It's called a rancher. Now this is how you make a rancher, so it's not too difficult to make. I do have all the components to make this, and what the rancher will do is the rancher will actually collect ink sacs from the squid without killing the squid. That's my understanding anyway. So I'm just waiting for squid to spawn here, and then I can actually install a rancher on the other side of that glass. I'll just show you from the other side. So it's just over here, and that's the other side of the glass. So I can actually install a rancher here, or even somewhere here, and that will then collect the ink sacs from the squid. Now I do have a backup plan if this doesn't work, and the backup plan I'll show you. Okay, so that's ink vials. So the backup plan is these things here. It's those little plants, saplings. These are called black stain saplings. It's from a part of Project Red, and apparently this can also be used in the place of ink sacs to make ink vials. As you can see, 2 of those, 1 water bottle, and that will make an ink vial. So that's my backup plan. So I'll go ahead and I'll get all the ingredients I need for the components for Mistcraft, and I'll set it all up here, and then I'll be back once I have all the components, and I'll just run through all the different blocks that we need for Mistcraft, and I'll show you those. I'll be back with that soon. I have a good idea what I need to get all my Mistcraft blocks. So I need an ink mixer, and that's pretty easy. 5 stone, 2 wood, and a glass bottle. So I have that lined up here. Then I would like to make a bookbinder. That's easy as well. 5 planks and 3 iron ingots. I have that there. And then I also need a writing desk. So for writing desk, again I need 5 planks, a glass bottle, and a feather. Now I don't have a feather, but I think I can remember seeing a chicken on that other island. So again, I'll just morph into a bat, and then I'll travel to the other island, and I'll go and have a look if I can see that chicken there, if I can find that chicken, just to get that feather. It is great to be a flying creature on the floating islands. Be pretty difficult to get around the place if you can't fly. I think I saw a chicken here. There must be chickens everywhere. Some cows here, which is good. I previously explored this island, and it's on this island where I found the clay that I used to make the smelter. I'm pretty sure I saw a chicken here before. Oh, it's there. There's the chicken there. So hopefully I can get a feather from this chicken. Okay, it seems like I can get a few feathers actually. Should be careful when I'm a bat, because you're only really small, so 1 block of water is enough to submerge you. Oh, that's really good. 5 feathers. There's a lot of mods and other crafting recipes for which you use feathers. So I definitely need feathers on a regular basis. Right, so let's see if we can squeeze through here. Right, so I thought of just setting up everything I need over here, because I want to kind of keep an eye on this area here and see if I can see any squids spawning. So we'll start with the ink mixer first. Now ironically, we just don't have any ink, so we're making an ink mixer, but we just have no way of getting ink at this stage. I do need to make glass vials, and actually for 3 glass blocks I get 3, so that will actually be enough for me, so I wouldn't need to get that again. So I have enough glass bottles to do my other recipes with as well. Okay, so the ink mixer goes first. Okay, and that's our ink mixer. And we'll just put it over here. And this is really used to make these panels. There's a kind of a first page thing that you make in Mistcraft, and you use the ink mixer for that. we'll run through that later once I get to making the books that we need. We'll be making descriptive books, and I'll run through how we make those descriptive books later. I can vaguely remember what to do there, so I'll have to kind of remember again what I want to do there. And there's our bookbinder, and that's to make our books. And I'll just pop that next to the ink mixer, and then there's not just enough space for the writing desk, because I think that actually goes over 2 blocks. Writing desk. We need 1 feather, 1 glass bottle, and 5 blanks, and that's the writing desk. Not sure, I'll just have to check that. Oh, there we go, and that's the writing desk. And that's everything we need in terms of the machines, if you like, of Mystcraft, is these blocks. And next would be the big obstacle now is really to get ink, so I'll have to either have some squid spawning here, or I'll have to go and fly around the islands and see if I can find these things, which is black stain saplings. So hopefully I can either get squid or black stain saplings. I was not having much luck with finding or getting squid to spawn in my tank, so I thought I'll fly out and see if I can find some of those black saplings. And then as I was flying out, I saw this, and I thought, well, this looks like a place where we can collect some stuff, but it also looks like a place where there's some mobs hanging around. Now there's a few mobs there, and I have reasonable armor, but there's also a creeper there, and perhaps some skeletons and other things. But there should be loot in that chest, unless somebody else already looted it. So I think what I'm going to do is just use my arrows, really, instead of going in there and trying to get the mobs. I'll just go and get the mobs this way. I'll do the same for the creeper. There's a lot of witches here, actually. I don't like these things. I think they might be they might attack me. I might have to go in with my sword if... Well, she was trying to throw me with something there. Wow, quite strong actually. Well, I got that one, and there's some loot down there. Are they just spawning, respawning here? This is supposed to work actually. I think it's too high to throw, and that's why they're not getting me. But my arrows aren't actually taking them out as quick as I think they should. So those two seem to attack each other, so I'll just try to take this one out first. Oh, that's all my arrows. So I'll need to go in hard now. They're doing quite a bit of damage actually. I'll need to get away here soon. That didn't go too well, eh? So what effect is this? I hope it's just poisoning, and it's just going to go to half a heart. Because I don't actually want to completely die. Well, that didn't go too well, eh? Going down to half hard on hardcore is not actually what you want to do. Okay. So, I mean, if there was one or two, I can probably do something about it. But it just seems to spawn zombies and everything else. I think if I get my sword in there, I'll probably do well. I just don't know if there's other harm they can do me apart from poisoning. They do seem to spawn all sorts of bad things. Okay, let's see if I can get a bit closer here. Okay, so that's slowness. Well, I suppose worse things than slowness can happen to you. Wow, that's a minute of slowness. I don't know if it has that big effect on me. There's still one left. Unfortunately, it's got all my arrows. Okay, well, I had enough of you. Still taking damage from that poison. Hopefully there wouldn't be another one spawning here. Okay, let's see if there's anything useful, any loot in this chest. There should be a chest in here or something. Some stuff in here, I don't know what it means. Oh, I can't say it's worth a lot. I just want to get away. They keep on spawning these things. And this was weakness this time. They also spawn other mobs there, right in the daylight. There's really nothing preventing it from spawning. Potion of healing. Potion of healing. I can get. I suppose I can come over here and get some really good stuff. And I might actually just go back to drop all of this off, because I was actually going out to find those dark saplings for the ink, and I ended up getting involved in a fight with these witches, which was interesting. And I suppose it's handy to have a potion of healing, so I might just keep that handy. I might do something about increasing the strength of this. So I'll head back to base, and I'll stay away from this guys for the moment. But I might come back on at another point. It's actually quite close to our base, so we can use this to spawn witches and get potions, which is an interesting new idea. So I'll just go back to base and drop off a few things. Just like to show you guys, these are the kind of trees we're looking for. Yellow stain leaf. This is yellow. So what we need is black stain leaf from Project Red, and that's what we're after to get our black ink from. So I'll need to keep looking around for these kinds of trees, but I'll be looking for the ones with the black stain leaves instead of other colors. Here's another type of tree from Project Red. This is a white stain leaf, but not what I'm after, which is a black stain leaf. So I'll keep looking. While I fly around, I see these kinds of buildings with a witch in or something. Now there's always chests in here, which is worth looting. There's a chest over there, so I'll just see if there's anything useful in that chest. Not very useful. A little bit of fish and a glass bottle. Not really worth the trouble. And we'll keep looking for those black stain leaf trees. It's becoming night time, so I think I'll just quickly land here and put down my sleeping bag. Oh yes, and of course I need to get out of my morph state to sleep. Sleeping bag is definitely handy to have. Great, another day. So we'll keep looking and see if we can find anything interesting. There's one of those other circles around there as well. I should remember to morph back into a bat before I get close to these edges. Would be pretty funny for me to jump off there if I'm not a bat. And off we go to see if we can find the tree we're after. I found this, which is apparently, I think, tainted soil or tainted land or something. A little bit scared to come close to this. I don't think these trees are what I'm looking for. I think these are normal oak leaf trees, but I think it's tainted land, and I think there's some bad effects on tainted land. Not too sure. Tainted land, I think, is part of Thaumcraft. So yeah, so this is tainted land. So I won't spend too much time here.
That's tainted land.
Yeah,
sure.
I can see that, tainted land. So I better move on. And
it's weird, tainted land.
Yeah. Okay, is this still tainted land? Yeah, still oak leaves. So it's not the trees I'm looking for. These are all tainted land. But I found something interesting this way. Yeah, there's just a little bit of map generation happening. That's why it's a bit slow.
That.
So one of these
Hay
things, yeah.
Hey, it's made out of hay.
Yeah, it's made out of hay. I'll just get closer. I think things are slowing down a little bit because some map generation is happening.
Down there.
So I'll have a closer look.
Oh, a normal bat.
Yeah, I'm a normal bat now.
For
Because
a
I
second
don't...
I thought you were in creative.
No, I'm a normal bat. Now the thing about this place is that it spawns zombies because there's a zombie spawner underneath here.
Yeah, zombie spawner.
So I think I'm just gonna break the zombie spawner. I won't leave it here.
At night it's going to be a nuisance.
It's quite dangerous at night.
It's a nuisance. But when it gets too squished, zombies just fall off and die. Void damage.
Yeah. So I'm just going to take down all of these hay bales, and this can be turned into wheat, and of course wheat can be turned into bread, so it is a little bit valuable. It's not a biggie now that we have our own wheat farm. So I'll just carry on and take all of this down, and then I'll continue my travels. Blue stain leaf, yeah, another project red tree, but not black, which is what I'm after. I'll keep looking. I found one of these circles again, and instead of engaging the witches, I'll just try to quickly loot the chests and see if I can get away with looting it. Okay, that's a kind of a quick way to get in there and do some damage. Maybe I should just mark this place so I don't go here again. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Bye. Thank you for your stuff. See you later. Not. I've been flying around for quite a bit and seeing some really interesting structures. There's a slime island over there. There's another slime island there. And all sorts of interesting structures and places, and I did get some handy things everywhere. 2 of these Technicolor glasses, whatever this is, some bees, other things, but I haven't come across that tree that I want with the black saplings, so I'll have to start to head back and see if I find anything on my way, and hopefully when I get back to base there might actually be some squids in my water tank. It's another one of these huts to see if there's a chest here and see if there's anything useful in the chest. Bread. Oh well, it's not really worth picking a fight with a witch over bread. But anyway, sometimes I suppose you can find some more valuable things in the chest sometimes. There's some chickens around here and that's always handy. Getting a bit of chickens and things, and maybe the feathers is probably more worth it. So I'll just get rid of some of the things I don't need. And then I'll head back because it's getting night as well, so I better head back. I used my sleeping bag to sleep through the night because I didn't want to miss anything if I fly back. And then what I found was melons. So I actually found melons on this island. Now just to show you where that was in relation to where I was before. That was the witch hut where I got the 3 pieces of bread, and then I just overnight over there in using my sleeping bag, and I thought, oh, what do I see here? Melons. So that's great. Melons and more chickens for more feathers. So that's pretty good. So I'll just collect these melons and then I'll be heading back to base. What's that tree down there? Looks like that's got dark leaves on it. Grey stain leaves. Ah, that's not quite what I need. I need black stain leaves, not grey stain leaves. So we have this one here which looks really dark. And then of course we have another tree over there which is more like a different colour, which is blue stain leaves, but no black stain leaves yet. So I was just heading back to base and I thought, oh, now I found it, but no, I haven't. Right, so I'll just grab these berries and I'll keep heading back to base. Always nice to come back home again. This is Ace's platform with all his animals and his machines, and there's home sweet home. And it's night time. Not the best time to kind of walk around the place and do things, but no luck yet with any squid. or anything else. Right, so we'll just get back into the base and we'll take a bit of stock of what we did. Okay, so we did get some bees, we got some interesting other items that we picked up on our way, some berries. We did get melons, which is really good, but we didn't have any luck with finding a way of actually making ink. And as you know, I set out to go and find these blackstain saplings. I did see a whole lot of other saplings, but no blackstain saplings. So I'll have to come up with another plan, or I would really, fingers crossed, hope that there'll be some squid spawn in this tank. I don't know if there's any one of you guys that have an idea of how I can get squid to spawn. Please tell me. Let me know. I'll really appreciate your help with that, and if there's any ideas, please let me know, and hopefully I'll find a way to make ink. So this is BlackValk signing off for another episode of Hardcore Survival. See you next time.